Good morning, student. Welcome to the new normal class. By the way, I am Mrs. Jocelyn M. Bice, your subject teacher in Organization and Management 12. Our objectives for today's lesson: first, we have defined management and its functions. Second, explain the functions, roles, and skills of a manager. And lastly, discuss the various types of management theories. Our topic for today is all about nature and concept of management. What is management? Management is the brain of the enterprises or business. It is also coordination of human effort and material resource toward the organization to achieve its objectives. Management helps in predicting what is going to happen in future that will influence the working of an enterprise. Next, we have history of management. The word management comes from the Italian word maneggiare. It means to handle the problem with the help of some tools, which is torn derives from the Latin word manus, means hand. Who are the managers? A manager is someone who coordinates and oversees the work of other people so that organizational goals can be accomplished. It is also not about personal achievement, but helping others to do their job. Managers may also have additional work duties not related to coordinating the work of others. Then we have manager. Manager is the person responsible for planning and directing the work of a group of individuals, monitoring their work and taking corrective action when necessary. Who are the managers? Managers may direct workers directly, or they may direct several supervisors who direct the workers. The manager must be familiar with the work of all the groups he or she supervises, but does not need to be the best in any or all of the areas. It is more important for the manager to know how to manage the workers than to know how to do their work well. Next, we have labels of managers. There are three levels of managers. First, we have top managers. Second, we have middle managers. Lastly, first line managers. Top managers, who are responsible for making organization-wide decisions and establishing plans and goals that affect the entire organization. Middle managers include all levels of management between the first line level and top level of the organization. Lastly, first line manager. These managers are located on the lowest level of management. Then we have 10 managerial work. The 10 rules are divided into three groups. First, we have interpersonal rule. Second, informational rule. Lastly, decisional rule. First, we have figurehead. The manager represents the organization in all matters of formality. So the manager here represents formality. Second, we have leader. Relationships between the manager and employees. So leader, the person who leads or commands a group organization, or country. Third, we have liaison. The manager interacts with peers and people outside the organization. Liaison communication or cooperation which facilitates a close working relationship between people or organizations. Then, monitor. Monitor the manager receives and collect information. It is also a device used for observing, checking, or keeping a continuous record or something. Then we have disseminator. The manager transmits special information into the organization. Next, we have spokesperson. The manager disseminates the organization's information into its environment. Decisional rule. The manager initiates changes. Then we have disturbance handler rule. The manager deals with the threats to the organization. Next, we have decisional rule. Resource allocator rule. This manager chooses where the organization will extend its efforts. A manager are also required to determine where to assign funds and other resources. Then we have negotiator rule. The manager negotiates on behalf of the organization. It is also a person who conducts negotiations. Okay, so those are the 10 managerial work. First, we have figurehead, leader, liaison, monitor, disseminator, spokesperson, entrepreneur rule, disturbance handler rule, resource allocator rule, and lastly, negotiator rule. Is there any questions, clarifications? If none, then we'll proceed to another slide. Then we have three kinds of managerial skills. First, we have conceptual, second, human, lastly, technical. First, we have conceptual skills. Conceptual skills enable managers to think of possible solutions to complex problems. Through their ability to visualize abstract situations, they develop a holistic view of their organization and its relation to the wider external environment surrounding it. Top-level managers must have these conceptual skills in order to be successful in their work. Conceptual skills. These skills are valuable because they allow people to find many solutions for different challenges through deliberate thought and abstract reasoning. Second, we have human skills. Enable managers in all levels to relate well with people, communicating, leading, inspiring, and motivating them become easy with the help of human skills. Dealing with people, both in the organization's internal and external environment. So it is necessary for managers to develop these human skills. Human skills involve the ability to work well other people both individually and in group. Because managers deals directly with people, this kind of skills is crucial. The managers with good human skills are able to get the best out of their people. And lastly, we have technical skills. Technical skills are also important for managers for them to perform their tasks with proficiency with the use of their expertise. Lower level managers find these skills very important because they are the one who manage the non-management workers who employ varied techniques and tools to be able to yield good quality products and services for their company. Technical skills refers to the knowledge and expertise needed to accomplish complex tasks relating to computational and physical technology as well as a diverse group of other enterprises. There are five management Filipino style. First, we have manager by kayod. Kayod is a Filipino term which means to sweat it out or give oneself to hard work. This kind of manager is action hungry, highly dedicated, but his manners are rather formal and that of an introvert. He is a serious worker and will not give in to bribing or any anomalous deals. So manager by kayod, ang kayod ay nangahulugang pagsisikap. So if you were a manager someday, you have to work hard. Next, we have manager by lusot. Lusot is another Filipino term which means capitalizing on a lawful. This kind of manager will always be on the lookout for loopholes of anything and will use them to avoid too much work or as an excuse for failure. He is also given to make shortcuts or to do unconventional or even illegal ways to attain objectives. Generally an extrovert, he deals with people informally. So manager by Lusot, most of Filipino ginagamit ang palusot. Palusot there, palusot here, para maiwasan ang mga trabaho at iba pang mga gawain. So if you were a manager for the future, palusot is not good. Next, we have manager by libro. This type of manager operates by the dictates of the book, what the manuals and other formal documents say. He is systematic, thought, and analytical. He is usually has adequate formal training in management. Then we have manager by audio. This manager learns his managerial skills by audio or by ear. He has a vast field of practical experiences to compensate for his lack of formal management education. He is the opposite of libro manager. So by audio, this kind of manager acquire his managerial skills by playing it by ear. So, kung ikaw ang magiging manager someday, hindi tama ang pagiging hindi tama ang palagi kang makikinig sa mga sabi-sabi ng ibang tao tungkol sa iyong mga kamalian at huwag na huwag mo silang papatulan. And lastly, manager by ugnayan. This kind of manager, he is a hybrid of all types of manager. So this kind of manager, ang manager na ang manager na ito ay nasa kanya na ang lahat ng Filipino style, ang kayod, palusot, at ang by audio. Okay, then we have functions of management. There are 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, lastly, controlling. So planning involves determining the organization's goals or performance objectives, defining strategic actions that must be done to accomplish them, and developing coordination and integration activities. So planning as a manager, mahalaga na gumagawa ng maraming pagpaplano bago ka magsasagawa ng isang bagong venture upang malaman mo kung ano ang aasahan. Next, we have organizing. Organizing demands assigning tasks, setting aside funds, and bringing harmonious relations among the individuals and work groups or teams in the organization. So organizing demands assigning tasks. Next, we have staffing. Staffing indicates filing in the different job positions in the organization structure. The factors that influence these functions include size of organizations, types of job, number of individuals to be recruited, and some internal or external pressures. So, staffing as a manager, kailangan mong kilalanin ang iyong mga tauhan kung ano ang kanilang mga posisyon sa organization. Next, we have directing. And lastly, we have controlling. Controlling involves evaluating and, if necessary, correcting the performance of individuals or work groups or teams to ensure that they are all working toward the previously set goals and plans of organization. Okay, that's the end of my topic for this morning. If you have any questions, clarifications, you can contact my cell phone number 0905-1571-448, or you can visit GAITF link. Thank you and God bless.